Tax season doesn't have to look like this, or feel like this. Let go of the misconception that only the rich don't pay tax. I show average people how to save thousands every single year. I'm Tiana, checking in with Gold Star Tax Service, and I teach you how to be stress-free around tax time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. Okay, so going over how to read your tax return. I think this is really important because a lot of people just don't know what they're looking at, okay? And I was one of those people and I didn't like that. I need to know exactly what I'm looking at to make sure that my tax preparer, or if someone else did my taxes, that it's accurate, okay? So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the part where it shows you where you get your refund back, because a lot of people don't care about the stuff in the middle. They just want to see the bank account information and their refund amount. Okay, so if you are one of those people, just watch right now and then you can click off after I'm done with that section. Okay, so first and foremost, this is a form 1040. Okay, so this is your main actual paperwork to your tax return. So sometimes you get copies. There's a lot of papers ahead of this. This is what we're looking for, the form 1040. Okay, this has all your information. Now, if you scroll down to the second page of the 1040, which it says here, okay, you're going to see here in this section where it says refund, okay, this is going to show you your refund amount, okay? Now, if you owe or anything like that, then it's going to show you this is the amount you owe, okay? So nothing will be up here, but it will show you here that this is the amount that you owe. Now, this is always going to be the section for your refund, line 35A, okay? Now, also, a lot of people have questions when it comes to the routing and account numbers. Some people that file with professional tax preparers, they see that this is not their banking information. So they panic and they're like, oh my gosh, they're stealing my money. Okay. So what happens is if you file your tax return with a tax preparer that is contracted or whatever you want to say to a third party bank, that is so they can collect the fees from your tax return. Instead of having to, track you down and say, hey, where's my money? They can just withdraw it from your tax return. So as tax preparers, we partner with different banks, and that's why you see a different number. Oh my gosh, sorry. That's why you see a different number here. Okay. So if you take the fees out of your refund, there's other paperwork that you can find, like from the bank, that shows your account and routing number. But most of the time, it's going to be the bank that they're partnered with, account number here. So there's no need to worry. They're not taking your money. They're just getting their fees the same day as you get your money. Okay. Now, like I said, if all you care about is the refund, then you can go ahead and exit this video. And I want to thank you for watching. Okay. So let's take it to the top. Now up here, this is how you start off your filing status. You want to make sure that they have the correct filing status here. As you can see, single, married, filing joint, separate, head of household, qualifying widower. Okay, so then this is going to be you. Now, if you're married, your husband's name always goes first. The male's name always goes first on the tax return. I see it all the time where the woman files their taxes and they put the woman first. You always put the male first. I don't really know why. You're just supposed to put the male first. I know there's a reason, but I don't know it off the top of my head. Okay. So this is where your information will go. Your socials here, address, all that good stuff. If you want to donate to the president, this box will be checked. Okay. Now, it says, did you get any financial interest or virtual currency, blah, blah, blah. Right now, this is the standard deduction. If someone could claim you as a dependent, it will be checked here. And that just means that you won't qualify for certain credits. Okay. If you are blind or over the age 65, then you will check these boxes here. It will be checked. Okay. Now, this is where your dependents information is. This is where you can look and see if their socials and name is correct on the return, the relationship, if they qualify. This box will be checked if they're under 17. This box will be checked if they're over 17. Okay. Now here, this is the most important part that I really want to elaborate on, which is your wages. Okay. If you have any type of jobs that are with a W-2, okay. If you get paid by check from an employer and they report it and you get a W-2 at the end of the year, this is the total amount of all W-2s, whether you're filing together or separate, it's going to show your total income with W-2s here. This is very important that I want you to make sure that you know what this is, because so many times people say, oh, well, I gave the tax preparer 8 W-2s and she only put 6 and blah, blah, blah. So what you can do is you can double check that. In the beginning of the return, in my return copies, it shows you every tax form that I provided in the taxes. So you can either check there, but if your tax preparer doesn't have that, you can go ahead and put, you can calculate all your W-2s together and then look at this number to see if it's correct. If you're married, you're going to do it for you and your spouse. If you're not married, you're going to do it for yourself. You need to calculate this and make sure that everything is correct. Okay. Now, if you have like IRA deductions, qualified dividends, that will be here. And then pensions and annuities, Social Security benefits, all that would be here. Okay. So basically, this is just, it's as simple as you read it. Okay. So when you say line 7, this will be considered line 7. So if someone asks you, oh, what line is blah, blah, blah on? It's going to be line 7. Line 7, and this will be your capital gains or losses. Okay. And I am going to do a separate video going over schedules because I don't want to overwhelm anybody, but I do want to go over schedules A, B, C, D, E, F, H, all those schedules, but that's going to be another video. Okay. So then you don't need to worry about like these calculations here because this is automatically calculated from the software, depending on what we put in these, like here and all that stuff. Okay. So you don't need to know how it's calculated. I don't think that's really important, but because this is calculated by the computer, but this is like important because this is the information that you're providing to the tax preparer, if that makes sense. Okay. Now, once they do all this, your standard deduction comes off, all that stuff. This shows your adjusted gross income. Okay. Adjusted gross income just means like after you did this, because these are deductions. So let's say your total income is $44.94, and then you did all this stuff, and then you have some deductions. That would be your adjusted gross income, okay? Which is the amount that you will be taxed on. Now, if you don't understand where the adjusted gross income is or your tax bracket or anything like that, then I do have another video called Understanding Taxes that I did last year that breaks that down if you want like more of a, in-depth understanding of that, okay? Line 12 is your standard deduction or itemized deductions, which will be on a Schedule A. I will show a Schedule A in another video, but standard deduction and itemized deductions, I'll break that down in the Understanding Taxes video as well. So if you are itemizing, meaning you're calculating all your deductions one by one, then you will probably have a Schedule A. If you're just taking the standard deduction that they give you, which is this amount here for this particular person, Blue's Clues, then you will use, it will be $18,650 for a person that's filing head of household. Now that amount is different depending on your filing status. Okay. Then if you have a business and you have qualified business income deduction, that will be here. Your taxable income is 0. And that's because I broke it down in the Understanding Tax video, but this person doesn't have taxable income because they didn't even make that much. Okay. So page 2. Alrighty. So this is a really, really simple return. I can always do another video if you guys are like, okay, my return has way more numbers. I don't understand. If you want, you can send it to me. I can go over it with you, or I can do another video where I can block out all your information and then I can explain it into a video so it can help others as well. Okay. So if you have child tax credit for other dependents, that will be here. Those are the people that I was telling you that's over 17, so on and so forth. This person did have self-employment tax, so I'm guessing they had like a Schedule C form on here. They did not have federal income tax withheld. So this is another line that's important. When you're looking at your W-2 form, in box 2, it shows you the federal income tax that's withheld. Okay. So with that being said, you want to make sure that they are putting that amount here. This person looks like they didn't have it. That's why it's not here. But you want to make sure that they have that information here. Okay. So you need to match it up. Look at your W-2, look at this form, and make sure that everything matches. Okay. This is the earned income credit that he earned. Additional child tax credit, all those amounts. And then he's claiming the recovery rebate credit, which is on line 30, which is the stimulus payment, and then so on and so forth. Okay. So I think that pretty much sums this up. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you understood that. Let me know if it's something that you want me to go in more detail about, and I will do another video, or I can reach out to you personally, or you can reach out to me, and then I can answer any questions that you have. But I think that would be basically the gist of it. These are like your Form 1099s here. If you had taxes withheld from that, that would be like your unemployment right here. That would be, you know, if you had it from a 1099 from a job. But you know what? They're not 1099s anymore for self-employed people. Or it is. What is it called? Oh my God, I'm tripping. But yeah, so that will be here. I'm tripping right now. So that's pretty much that. And then, like I said, I'll do like a part 2 discussing like all the schedules and how to read those as well, so you can make sure that everything is correct. But like I said, if you let me know what you think. Let me know if this helped you just understand it a little better, because a lot of people just look at this and think it's gibberish, and it's really simple if you just go line by line, and that is it, and that is all. Alrighty, thank you for watching.